Happy Wednesday, guys. How's everything going? Hope you had a really nice Valentine's Day and a good weekend. Um, coming to you this morning from my daughter's bedroom. She's at school, so my wife is busy in the living room, so I'm doing this from my daughter's bedroom. I want to talk a little bit today about transition from work to a life of retirement, or in my case, from work to disability. There are a number of transitions that are kind of expected, and there are other things that you need to figure out what you're going to do, because if you don't do anything, you go stir crazy. So I think what one common thing is, when you don't have to get up that early, like you've done for the last, in my case, 27 years, depending on whatever shift I worked. When you don't have a responsibility to get up, you tend to lay in bed too long. I did that for a little while, about a month, and then I found that I'd get up at 11, 12 o'clock and my whole day would be over, and I didn't feel very productive. So you want to avoid that. Try to set a bedtime that is not, not too early, not too late, just as long as you get your 8 hours of sleep, but don't find yourself laying in bed all day, or you feel like you're kind of wasting your life, I guess. So I would try to have a set time to get up, and also get involved in activities, routines that you enjoy, like breakfast with friends, or breakfast with your spouse, or coffee with your spouse in the morning, or things like that. One thing that my wife and I do is, one day a week when she's not working, we'll get up and either go on the back patio, or we'll go in the living room if it's too hot outside, and we'll do our Bible lesson for the week while we have coffee and talk about things that we need to deal with. Another thing is that I recommend is, pick one day a week, and I got this advice from my pastor. Pick one morning or one time a week where you go over the things of the week that have come up. Like if you have a problem on Sunday night or something you need to deal with, set that aside for that one time a week. You guys get together and address the things that happen during the week. That way you don't have to have something stressful to deal with every single day, but you know that you're going to address those kind of things that one specific morning or one specific time you set aside, where you can deal with all those things at one point, and you don't have things every day to stress yourself out about. I mean, it can be a bill that you want to address, or something that's going on in your life, but if you have that time set aside for one another, you can share that, deal with it during that specific time, and not dwell on it the rest of the week. So I think that that's very helpful for us. We don't do it all the time, but I know that when you mention something that's going on, and you're on the same page with your spouse, say, honey, we're going to talk about this on our time set aside for these kind of situations, and then leave it at that. That way you don't have to dwell on stuff and have it consume your every thought. You're going to deal with it on the day you set aside. So I would highly recommend that. Maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, but I know that we try to do that once a week. So that's something we do. Another thing is, there's nothing wrong with routines, but sometimes if you do a routine too long, you get burnt out and you get bored. So you can kind of switch up the things you do. Pardon the noise in the background. They're doing my lawn, and that's nothing more beautiful than a weed whacker. There's a sound effect in the back of your video. So, like I said, break up the routine. If you get a routine you really like, keep doing it. The tendency is you get burnt out, you lose motivation. So that's something you want to do, do different things periodically. And lastly, this is pretty much about relationships. You remember how hard you worked when you're trying to court your current spouse or partner? Remember how hard you worked at that? Um, and the problem is people stop doing what they did to make the girl or their wife fall in love with them. So if those things worked when you dated, why do you stop doing them now? I mean, you did all those things to make her fall in love with you and made her happy then. Why would you stop doing those things when you're married? I mean, whatever made her happy when you dated her, keep doing them when you're married. Because there's a reason she fell in love with you. So don't don't go don't go against what you did to win her heart. Do the things you did to make her fall in love with you as long as you're with her. I mean, as long as you're married her for the rest of your life. She fell in love with you because of how you treated her when you met her. So why do you change those things when you're married? It's silly. It's common sense. Do what got you there. I mean, it worked when you courted her, so most likely it'll work when you're married. I know it's not easy. I mean, I've only been married a little over 2 months, and in past experiences I haven't done that. But now what I try to do is do what I did when I met her that made her happy. That's my words of wisdom as far as in your current or future relationships. So, a little bit talking about some transitions today and topped it off with a little relationship advice. Not saying it works for everyone, it works for me. If it helps you, I hope it does. I hope you have a great week. Comment on the video so I know you're learning stuff, and also give me some pointers on how I can help my marriage, help my life, because I like your advice as much as I hope you like mine. Hope you're finding that church I've been telling you about. My church is going really well. God is all over the place. I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and she was trying to get a job. So Leah and I prayed that her interview would go well. She called me last night. She got hired. So that's just an example of God answering prayers, because he still does. All right, love you. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.